there, Libra. Welcome to your mid-October 2024 love reading. It's Rena here. I shouldn't act like this is just something I always do. I wanted to make it as topical as possible. And I don't do love tarot readings that much anymore, but sometimes the mood strikes me. And this was one of those times. I'm still using my Wild Unknown Tarot deck because we're approaching Halloween. And it has kind of that theme. See? As I was saying. So I'm just going to lay out the cards. It's slightly different spread than my normal tarot readings. And I'll explain it as I do each card. I wonder if maybe I could have done a closer up thing. Oh well. We will proceed. Yeah, I think I needed to do this because otherwise all the cards wouldn't show up otherwise. Okay, so for a love reading, this is the card that represents your love life at the moment, Eight of Pentacles. And this could really mean for some people that you're just really busy with career matters, actually. And of course, we know that if somebody is spending their time and energy in a different area, then there isn't time for, there's not that balance that Libra is known for, or that Libra needs. Well, we all need balance, let's face it. And another meaning for this card is really diligence. But sometimes I get like the feeling when I get this card that a person may be trying too hard. They may be trying to do everything right. And that kind of, I wouldn't, I was going to use the word desperation. I thought, no, that's a terrible word. That's an insulting word. But really, what I mean, and this is especially true for a sign like Libra, is that you're a cardinal sign. And so you are kind of like one of those signs that we call it go-getter type of signs. But what does Libra represent in astrology? It represents the seventh house. It rules the seventh house of committed partnership. So, and it's, your ruler is Venus. So Venus can be connected to love. So that go-getter mentality can be directed towards relationships. And sometimes that can be a little bit over the top or excessive, and then the opposite happens where it's like kind of that boomerang effect where it's too much energy put into something that has to, have a give and take, where there has to be this, it can't just be like all you doing it, it's kind of like, what's that term? Well, you can say it's like a one-way street sometimes. And it has to be mutual. So the card representing the past, which informs the present, is the King of Pentacles. Yeah, again, this is a card of financial, mastery, really, self-mastery. And this can be like the king. It's funny, I was going to say kings can be fathers, and in this deck they actually call it father. But it's any kind of mentor, boss, actual biological father that has instilled these values in you. But this can also be you wanting to make your mark on the world and do this for yourself. This can be a mature earth sign. So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn individual. Capricorn is a sign that Libra may find irritating and yet attractive at the same time. Both cardinal signs. And again, that could be showcasing career aspirations, desire to make money, and focus your energy on that. But it can also be a person that is in your past, or if they are in your present, it's someone that maybe is not necessarily compatible with you, and maybe you're trying too hard to make that relationship work. It's really one of those things. I really wish I could impress upon people the value of being with someone that has, true regard for you. Anything less than that is just such a bummer. It's a drag, man. I was saying, why am I using these terms? It sounds like I'm in the 60s or something. What's coming in is the Daughter of Pentacles. This is otherwise known as the Page of Pentacles. It's funny that I'm getting all pentacles. What's up with that? I guess it could be sometimes, affair, or I said affairs, but, romance in the office place, which is probably more commonplace than I even realized, simply because of the way our world is these days. But it's also, again, the Libra is a sign that is right next to Virgo. So there's always a possibility that you're attracted to Virgos. You might have inner planets in Virgo, is what I meant to say, and therefore you're attracted to, maybe you have Venus in Virgo and you're attracted to earth signs. So Page of Pentacles can be like some type of new relationship with somebody who is an earth sign. Pages or maybe it's talking to somebody. Oh my gosh, I just realized that the card, it's crazy. This is really weird. Because the card that crosses you is the Mother of Pentacles, which is the Queen of Pentacles. That is so strange to me. So I have the mother and the father. And, really it depends on your stage of life, because one of the things, Queen of Pentacles, to me, is like the Earth Mother. It's kind of like the minor arcana version of the Empress for me. I don't know if it is like that. The Empress in the major arcana is associated with Venus, which is your ruler, and Venus rules Taurus, but it also rules, Libra. So to me, I look at that Mother of Pentacles as the Empress card, but in the minor arcana version. And I look at the Eight of Pentacles for Libra individuals who are looking for love as this, sometimes maybe it's like a very subtle but deeply instilled belief that you have to put a lot of energy into love to get what you want, to have it be substantial. I mean, when I say substantial, where you see the results of it. And sometimes this happens because a person has experienced emotional neglect. So, I was just thinking, like, if this is a father who was a workaholic, for instance, and you didn't really have much time with him. I know somebody said, that I was trying to pretend to be like a psychologist, but I'm not one. Well, I can tell you that I am interested in psychology, but I'm not. That isn't something that that I would want to do. But I am interested in motivations and the kind of messages that we receive, early on. And so what could happen in that case? And it just like dawned on me that could be that pattern where you don't have that kind of attention from somebody like that, and yet you're inspired to kind of follow in their footsteps. And I'm kind of speaking to women because most of the people who are viewing this will be women, although I'm getting more and more men, which I'm very happy about. But I think that this is kind of that, and it could be a man, experiencing the same thing. This idea of wanting the attention of a parent, and then when you go into the dating scene, it's like you're still in that vibe of like, seeking attention and finding that it is inconsistent, and that can really affect, like if you're in a stage where you want to start a family and you want all these things, but even you might have adopted some of those same behavioral patterns, and maybe that's why I'm getting so many pentacles. My gosh, the first 4 cards that I drew were all pentacles. What you can do to get what you want in love. 8 of Cups. This is leaving behind what no longer serves you. Now this, for some people, you may be looking at this as a current relationship. Maybe it's your spouse who is like, you don't feel like you can be, if you're married, and it's like money is coming in between both of you. The pursuit of that, or the pursuit of career coming in between both of you, and even if it's flowing and it's great and everything is happening, it still is impacting the relationship, impacting family life or potential family life. And for that person, it would be that maybe it is time to leave that relationship. Certainly with the eclipses between your sign and Aries, oh yeah, and I'm doing this at a time when smack dab at in the middle of the month, it's going to be Aries full moon, and that's going to be in your 7th house, Libra. So that makes it even more so the case. And so for some of you, and by the way, the one in November, a month after that, that's going to be with Uranus. So that it might even be that one, that'll be in the 8th house. And sometimes that can be secrets coming out. I mean, all full moons can be something like that. But this idea of, you feeling like you can't take it any longer. So this is all, but this is about emotional fulfillment, and sometimes I even think like spiritual fulfillment. And if you are single, it can be breaking that pattern, or it might even be like if you're in a type of career track where you have to work 60 hours a week in order to keep up with everybody else, you may decide that that is simply unacceptable because it is sucking up all of your energy for your whole life, and you want more from life than that. The outcome card is the Strength card. This is a card of Leo, and it's a card of I want to say something about this card in terms of how it's numbered. Some of you who know about the tarot and are familiar with different decks, this is a different deck than the typical one, because in the typical decks, the strength card is 8. In this case, it's 11. And the card for justice, which is connected to Libra, is 11 in a lot of decks. And in this one, I guess it's going to be 8. So isn't that interesting? Because this is the other card that kind of like sometimes is transpose the numbers between you and that and the strength card. But anyway, the strength card to me, or Leo energy to me, is all about dignity at the end of the day. Yes, it's about confidence and about being able to withstand, that's what strength is, whether you're talking about inner strength or outer strength, withstand kind of like the attacks that life brings to us, whether it's, very subtle or very obvious, where people are trying to bring us down or, don't seem to appreciate us, and we have to stand tall. But I think of dignity first and foremost because it means that you're honoring yourself. You're honoring your needs. And you're not like, it's no longer about people pleasing like Libra is wont to do. That pleasing your parents, doing a certain type of career that they would approve of. It's funny because I was going to say, being a lawyer, that's such a Libra thing to do. But also the type of relationship, if they want, oh yeah, this is the perfect person for you. And you find out, no, this person is not, we're not compatible. And yet you're afraid to upset the apple cart. When you get to a place where your honoring of self is more important than other people's disapproval, then you'll know you have arrived. That's what I have for you, Libra. I hope that you enjoyed this. If you'd like a private reading, the link is below. Take care. Bye.